Hey guys, welcome back to the Fired Up with CJ show. Today we have Dr. Schaub, who is the author of The Fear and Anxiety Solution. And in this next segment, we're going to be talking about nervous habits. I think all of us have them, whether it's picking at your skin or biting your nails, or sometimes people have that nervous cough. And I think that those are most likely a form of anxiety or your body trying to express something yet again. And so I wanted to talk to Dr. Schaub about, what are those things? What are those symptoms trying to tell us? And what positive thing? Is it the same as anxiety attack or something slightly different? So welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. These kind of reactions are often self-soothing reactions, just ways for us to do something that makes us in the moment feel better, maybe feel again in control, or do something that distracts us from the feeling, when we are stressed, often passive or paralyzed, because often when we are in those stress situations, we feel like we haven't really resolved the issue, or we don't know how to resolve the issue. And so we are grabbing to something that we are able to do, which are these little nervous habits. And nail biting is definitely one of them that, often starts again early on. I mean, when we think about our childhood, we had a pacifier. So putting your fingers into your mouth is a form of pacifying. And then by, really feeling that, well, I need to pull this little piece of my nail out and this little piece, it's like the squeezing of the skin, also a form of, well, I cannot control my life, but I can control that pimple, or I can control how my, fingers are look like. Although, as you know, it always gets out of control. Nail biting gets out of control. Squeezing, any kind of zits on your face get out of control. All of those things have a positive intention that unfortunately goes awry, and that's where it can create even more anxiety, because then we
self-soothing gone crazy.
Exactly.
Is coughing considered one of them too? Because I saw on the web that people oftentimes you hear people. Is that a self-soothing kind of technique too?
No, I think that's more like when people have something they want to express but they can't. It's
Oh,
almost like they want to have a little bit of attention,
oh,
but it's like when you do that, like okay, it's my turn to say something, but they never do.
yeah,
And it's often with people that feel invisible or unheard, or really not paid attention to, that they do that, and it becomes a tick. Absolutely,
yeah.
it's
Interesting.
it's almost like something they do to themselves. I'm still here. I still, I still get my attention by doing that. And of course, at some point, it becomes so unconscious that we don't even know that we are doing it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have Lindsay who actually has nail biting. She said that she starts biting her nails when she's watching kind of a scary movie like Lord of the Rings, and other types of things where there's lots of conflict. And aside from not watching Lord of the Rings, what else can she do about her nail biting? So welcome, Lindsay.
Hi, thank you.
Hi, Lindsay. So why is nail biting a problem for you? Why do you feel like you want to stop it?
Well, I've been doing it since I was 5, and I have I've stopped for about a month. I think the most I stopped was about a month, and I was really happy, and I felt really calm and felt really good. And even as a child, I tried to stop, and I did it while I was sleeping, I guess, and ripped
Mm-hmm.
all of my nails off again. So as an adult and as a professional person, I just feel like my hands look so gross, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have to hide the habit sometimes if people are looking at my hands or like, do you bite your nails? And I just feel like it's not, it really is gross and not acceptable. But then again, I still do it. So I still
Mm-hmm.
defy people who say, that's really disgusting or really gross. And you know how many germs are out there. And it's like, yeah, I do, but I still bite my nails. And, um,
Mm-hmm.
so I still feel like for some reason it's subconscious or I need to just bite my nails.
Sure.
And yeah,
So what
I've
triggers it?
tried to wear, I think sometimes I'm bored. And other times if I watch like an action movie, I just feel
Mhm.
super, I don't know if it's frustration or anger or just, like overstimulated at some point and I just feel like overwhelmed. And I just find I don't even think I'm going to bite my nails right now. I'll just be driving or at a red light and I'm just biting my nails. And I realize about a few minutes into it, I'm totally biting my nails. I try to sit on my hand sometimes or just hold something, but it's like the feeling of needing to go run like 4 or 5 miles and just having all this excess of energy and taking it out on my nails.
Now, does it hurt when you bite your nails?
Well, it used to, well, yes and no. Like most of the time now it doesn't because I've been doing it for so long, but I've gotten it to the point where it's really painful, yes, and I still, like, I'll stop for a little bit, but then I'll start biting my fingernails again.
Mm-hmm. Would you say you're a sensitive person?
Very sensitive, yes.
Well, part of the nail biting is also sometimes associated to release, like emotions that we have stored inside. I mean, for example, people that are cutting, right, that are not able to deal with their stored emotions and they release it through this, basically creating pain, because that's one way of finally getting something out of them that they usually stuff inside. So if you would have to hide your emotions, your sensitivity when you were growing up, this may have been one way for you to get some form of release. It makes, it's not only soothing, it's actually more releasing. And, for you, it's certainly important that you learn when you're a sensitive person to also give yourself some, some times to let the energy that you're absorbing and the emotions that you're storing inside to let those out, whether it's through meditation, through learning how, to do breathing exercises, things that if you're working in an office, you probably feel everybody's energy and everybody's emotions and you come home full like a sponge. And so any additional stimulation is just bringing the bathtub to overflow. And so you have to really learn to disconnect and say, okay, I'm going to give myself every evening, maybe I take a shower to really have a little ritual of cleansing myself, and then I'm going to take 10 minutes just focusing and visualizing, letting go of anything that I have absorbed and taken on, because that's also something that can happen with sensitive people, that they just feel so nervous, not because of their own circumstances, but because everything that they have felt and taken on. And so that's certainly something you may want to do, just because if you're stopping nail biting, you still are not dealing with your sensitivity and your nervous system being a little charged up, then you're just going to find another habit to really let that, to release that. And so you're shifting one to the next, and that's not really what you want. So you have to address the root as well.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
That makes complete sense. And actually, I do take baths occasionally just to calm myself down or relax. So,
did you ever meditate?
Well, this is the interesting part. I meditate about 3 times a day, but I'm wondering if I need to do it longer.
How long do you meditate?
In the morning they're really small, so I meditate for about 15 minutes in the morning, in the afternoon about 15 minutes, and then at night I can go for an hour, but maybe I should just extend the morning meditation.
I think it's excellent that you do meditate, but is this a mindfulness meditation, or what kind of meditation is it?
It's like the yogic meditation where you focus on your breathing, and then you can say a mantra to yourself, and then you sit in stillness. So I do that. And then towards the nighttime, I actually do my own guided meditation where I guide myself through imagery, calming, floating water, sort of meditation.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Very good. Now try to add to your guided meditation also the ritual of emptying any emotion or energy that you have taken on. You can, imagine yourself under a waterfall, rinsing it all off. And also feel that, in the morning when you go into the world, that you are creating some kind of a force field around yourself that just is strengthening, not, blocking your sensitivity, but strengthening your ability to notice this is them and this is me. That there is a separation. You can see, oh, this person is, feeling this and that, but I'm not letting those emotions enter my system. I'm not absorbing them. I can observe them, with compassion, with understanding, but I'm not identifying myself with that.
What we were talking about during a session is actually in your book, The Fear and Anxiety Solution. Right. You talk about storing the negative emotions or storing your emotions, in which case I think that was what was happening with Lindsay. It was that she was actually storing some of her negative emotions, and it was about how does she actually how do we actually get to the point where she can actually empty the tank, so to speak, right? She's actually filling her tank full of kind of anxiety, picking up other people's energies, and maybe not having enough boundaries, something along those lines. And I think the idea of meditation and actually flushing things out. Any thoughts or any particular thing aside from meditation that you would recommend for Lindsay? Something
definitely.
That could be done in 8 minutes or so.
Well, Lindsay, it's, there is also the other part when it comes to breaking a pattern, breaking a habit, that is really powerful and important to know that any habit and pattern can only be released if you're replacing it with something else. Our mind doesn't like to have a stop sign. It's like a stop sign is basically something where it gets antsy and nervous and wonders, well, where do I go? Where do I go? Because the mind flows. It's like a river. It goes constantly. It's in a flow. So it needs to be guided into a different direction. Now, have you ever thought about what you want to rather do than biting the nails?
Well, no.
I want you to imagine how it would feel like, for example, if instead of bringing your hands to your mouth, you're actually bringing them gently to your cheek and you're just caressing your cheek 2 or 3 times. Or you bring your hands and just go through your hair 1 time. Or you take your hands and instead of biting your nails, you're kissing the tips of your fingers.
I love that
just one. And then
that's a good idea.
So I want you just to... Okay, so the kissing is what you want to do.
I'll kiss my hand, yes.
Okay, perfect. So I want you to close your eyes.
Okay.
And I would like you just to think about the old habit first. I would like you to think about yourself when you chew your nails. When you think about chewing your nails, do you have a picture in your mind?
Yes.
Good. Is that picture in black and white or in color?
Looks like it's in color.
Is it small, life size, or big?
Looks small.
Is it bright, normal, or dim?
Dim.
How far is that picture away from you?
Like 6 feet or more.
So it's fairly far away, actually.
Yeah.
So when you see this picture, do you want to bite your nails, or is it actually fairly far away from you right now?
No, I still want to bite my nails.
Good. Excellent. So now put this picture all the way to your left.
Okay.
And now I want you to imagine the picture of you gently kissing your hand. Can you picture that?
Yes.
And I want you to see in that picture beautiful nails and you a big smile on your face and just really how you want to picture yourself. Make sure to make this picture in color. Make sure to make it bright so that there's a really nice light on you. Bring it close, maybe like 2 feet away from you. And tell me what that feels like when you feel that picture.
It feels nice. I feel like a release in my chest area. Instead of feeling stress or tightness, I feel like it expands. I feel like when you said to see myself smiling, I do feel like I'm smiling as you said that, and I feel happy, and I feel lighter when I tap into that.
Excellent. Now we want to make this... go ahead.
When I bring it closer to me too, I feel like warmer as well.
Excellent. So this is a good sign. That means your subconscious already accepts this possibility as a desired outcome. You know, something that you signal to your subconscious, that would make me happy, and your subconscious with all those warm feelings recognizes, okay, yeah, that's what we want to do in the future. Now, to make it easier for you, we're going to do a very quick process that you can actually repeat at home over and over again, but usually it's enough after a few times. So I want you to place this positive picture, your new self, right in the middle of your screen, of your mind's eye screen. And then I would like you to put the old picture of your undesired self behind that picture. Okay?
Okay.
Then I want you to shrink down the new self right now to the size of a little Post-it stamp and play it in the lower left corner of your screen. Got it?
Got it.
And in a moment, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, switch. And on switch, the old picture going to shrink down. So this undesired self going to literally be sucked in like in a vacuum cleaner and disappear. And that new self going to become big and bright. And she stands right in front of you, or you can see this new picture right in front of you. And you have all the warm feelings like a whoosh coming towards you. Got it?
Okay. Got it.
So the one thing I want to add to it, when you see the new picture, you're actually going to do it then. The moment you see it, you're going to do exactly what you see in this picture. You smile, you kiss your hand, and you feel the good feelings about this. Ready?
Okay. Yes.
1, 2, 3, switch. Did you do it?
I did it.
Did it disappear?
It disappeared, yes.
And the new picture
And
is
I
there?
felt my picture is there, and when I did it, I felt like, I don't know, a rush or something in my like in my head, in my forehead. Like I felt like a lighter feeling there.
Fabulous. Now we're going to do this again. So open and close your eyes. Bring the old picture back. New picture small. Ready to get completely installed. 1, 2, 3. And again, feel this wonderful positive feelings of change.
I felt so much better. I was just doing that. I feel so amazing right now. Like I don't feel like I have to go run like 5 miles. I feel like I just go relax and sit in the sun. And just
Excellent. Very good. Now you can do this again several times. Now you have a blueprint on what you want to actually grow into, what you want to do. The way you are actually using your sensitivity by associating yourself with this positive image and the energy with it is fabulous. Use it to your advantage, because you will very quickly make this change happen, because now you have an alternative. You know, your subconscious never knew what to do instead. All it knew that you weren't pleased, but it didn't know what else to do. Now, having that alternative, you will very quickly be able to do that.
I love that. And this is really wonderful. I'm really excited to have something. I'm so visual, so that visualization it will be so lovely to have something different to do other than bite my nails.
Guys, this is a fantastic piece of work. And what's so amazing is that Lindsay, since she was at the age 5, has been biting her nails, and probably in the last couple of minutes has greatly improved her habit that she's had for so long, right? I mean, it's lovely. We're talking to Dr. Freeman Sharp, who is talking about his book, The Fear and Anxiety Solution, and here's the good news. One is, if you actually have one of these habits, or in the previous segment we were talking about anxiety attacks, you could actually re-listen to these interviews and try them out yourself to hear the resonance and beauty of Dr. Shaw's voice, or you can actually read the book. And the third option is you actually have a website where you have a lot of these techniques and MP3s where you guide people through this, right? Can you tell us the website? Yeah,
the website is thefearandanxietysolution.com in one word. And I often also work with clients individually. So there is, anything that you need help with. I work with clients all over the world via Skype or the phone, so you can always contact me through the website, thefearandanxietysolution.com, and get some additional support.
And you have a weekly radio show too. Can people call in the weekly radio show as well?
They can call in the radio show as well, and that's also on the website. It's the Empowerment Radio Show, and they can find information about that on the website.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Lindsay, and thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
It means so much to me that you're listening to the show. I would love your support in any way by giving me comments below, or to subscribe to the show, or share the show with friends. Thank you again for your support. Love and blessings.